This is the E-Fact.
God damn it.
Yo.
What up? Hey guys, this is Adina.
Oh my.
They call me Empire.
This is your girl Virgin.
Well put together.
My name is TSI.
My name is Slavi.
Keep listening to D''LALI on the E Factor Show.
You are listening to D''LALI.
My name is Kay and I'm listening to D''LALI.
It is a Saturday, and when you hear the sound that we are definitely here, then it is E Factor on point. As usual, you're not going to be hearing D apostrophe blah blah blah. All that noise is a bit under the mic for now. But today, I'm still here at Heughette for you. But I have two people with me here today, and then we are going to be deliberating about women, talking about women stuff. That's why the guys are excused. Nessa and Benedicta, how you guys doing?
I'm very hyper today.
Nessa and Benedicta, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing very good. In fact, I'm very hyper today, all ready for the show.
Okay, Benedicta, tell us something.
Okay, I'm great. My name is Benedicta, and I'm really happy today being with you today.
Sure. Last week we were talking about some surprises that we have got for you. Now I think you have an idea what this whole surprise is about. Today is the 8th of May. Tomorrow is the 9th of May. And we all know that is Mother's Day. So it's a girl with a fair.
Yeah, like a woman empowerment
exactly.
kind of thing.
You're coming to empower everybody.
Right.
Now, the male listening to today's show, you're going to get an insight on how to, know women proper.
Sure.
Are they like
Sure.
Treat your women
okay, so
right.
now the first thing we have on our bill is the lexicon. So you all know how we do it. 3 words, 3 meanings, and then we'll give that to you. So the first word I'm going to go with is the matrilineal. I need to take it easy on that before I actually make a mistake there. So matrilineal, it means based on kinship with the mother of the female line or the female line. I hope you get that.
Yeah.
So the next one is?
So I'm going to take ovulation. It is the I'm going to take ovulation. It is the discharge of ovules from the ovary.
Then the third word from Benedicta.
Okay, I'm going to take the postpartum, and then it means the time after childbirth. Yeah.
Yes, so that's it for you. Matrilineal, ovulation, postpartum for lexicon. Today you have an idea, these meanings of the feminine things we've been using. Now, up next, what we have is the fit nurse. I'm going to feel all nursey, fit queen, something today, but Charlie, nothing I get easy on me though. So what I want to talk about is the menstrual health. Now, one thing notable about females during this menstrual period is the menstrual cramps that some people actually do face.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say I actually don't deal with this a lot, so I don't really think special to. Do you guys have that issues though?
Me personally, like I don't have cramps, but then I know people who have severe cramps, and it's crazy.
It's mad.
Severe.
Yes, a lot of people. Everybody does, but my family, everybody does, but I'm the only exception. So
wow.
yes, but there are ways around it where you can actually take it to ease the pain here and there. You know about
sure.
Yes, so
You
Nessa,
can't really take it like completely off, but then you can, do certain things to make it go down a bit.
yes.
Mostly people do the mistake of taking painkillers, which is very bad, because even on your cycle, you're not supposed to take any medicine at all. It's supposed to be something very natural. And if you're feeling pains, the best thing that lots of people do is to boil water and then put a towel
Wet in
on
a
it
towel.
and then put it on your abdomen, so the pain eases a bit. I think that's one of the best things people do, and then it calms the pain down a bit. But
Sure. I know about the eating of anti-inflammatory food. Like normally when you're having the cramps, it's advisable to be taking the ginger, garlic, those kind of things. It kind of limits the pains a lot. Taking these beverages like these herbal tea.
Yeah.
Yes, you take it a lot and then you sleep. You don't treat yourself to that pizza, chicken, and stuff like that. So it limits the whole process for you.
Dieting is one part of it.
Exactly.
If your dieting is very bad, it can lead to menstrual
That
cramps.
menstrual cramps. Benny, what do you have to say about it? Have you been having it really?
Oh, not really. For me personally, okay, I think it's something naturally, but we have some people that after the menstruation, it go itself naturally.
Yes, you don't really need to do much about it. So that I think we are fortunate enough to be out of the lot that deal with this whole menstrual cramps.
Because
But then
people like
that's a good one
it's
for us.
crazy.
Hey,
It's
we are supposed to be proud of that. It doesn't come in easy though. So
Sure.
that was about menstrual health under fitness. All of us feeling some nasty kind of way. So we have the Wayo instant pancake and waffle mix. This one, no long talk. You just mix it and then you're good to go. Breakfast is supposed to get served, be served like a breakfast, like a king or a queen, So if you want to get this Wayo mix or Wayo pancake mix, waffles mix, I'm going to be doing the mix up a lot. Waffles, we don't make it plenty like that. So if you want to feel bosu and all that, you just buy this waffle maker, you put it in there, you put some honey or chocolate drip and stuff on top, and then Charlie, you're good to go. So we have it in 3 sizes though. There is the big, the medium, and then the small size that I have here. Yes, so if you want to get some, let me give you the numbers that you can actually call them. Then they deliver to you at a very little delivery fee. Little when I say little, please. So the number is 024 128 8133 024 1288133. Then they have another number which is 050 860 6718 050 860 6718. If you are thinking about whether it's registered or it's not registered, please, I beg you, we are not coming to sell fake stuff to you. We are not even going to put something that is not on brand on the brand show. You get. Of course, it's FDA registered. So make sure you get yourself some Wayo pancake and waffle mix to get your morning right.
I actually really like the packaging though. It's very
Thank
nice.
you.
Very delicious. Very delicious.
Throw the first for my boy, please.
I think I should get one.
Wayo.
Sure, it's not expensive.
The Wayo
this one
one.
is 8 cedis. That is the mini one.
The whole?
That is the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
8 cedis, and it can take you like a week. It
Really?
takes you for like 2 weeks. So
I
it
have
can
to
take you
go
like
and
3
try
weeks.
it.
You should. I'll give you one though.
Okay.
Oh, you don't like?
For free?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sponsoring
Sure.
you with that. So please
That's
sponsoring
good.
as I'm dashing you with. Don't worry.
This is the E
The
Factor.
opportunity to help, you can help. It depends because a woman can work, a man can work, right? Then if it's usually happens sometimes the man who lost his job or something.
He kind of loses his job.
Yes. So if you have the way
the
to-
means so that you can support the family whilst the man is down, then you can actually go ahead.
Yeah, that is
But
accepted.
that is accepted.
Yeah.
Now the question is, I think basically you're on a page where we are trying to say women also deserve to be on the same level as the men.
Sure.
So when it comes to finances and we are going to contribute, it's not going to be much of a problem. But then there are some men that these things actually tend to get into their head. Now, if you realize that your woman is showing up, like saving up, showing up
They
in
feel
times that you
intimidated.
think, yes, you were not expecting your woman to come through, then they don't feel intimidated. They actually kind of relax, then allow
Yeah.
you to assume the financial rules. You then have
really?
to, exactly. There are people like that. Sometimes a woman being generous doesn't necessarily mean
have
we
to
have
leave
too much
everything.
money. Sometimes it's just to ease the stress a
Right,
bit.
sure,
Okay, when
that's
it comes to these finances, like you go on a date with somebody, you try to pay some things to ease the stress a bit.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't mean that, oh, go away, dear Utia. That
So
is what
all the-
people, that's what the guys will say. Oh,
Yeah.
this one, me, I'll never give my money to her because she would always pay for these things.
for this.
And it's not
Spending the
healthy.
money.
Sure.
It's not healthy at all. You think you take a person on a date and then you try to become the, what do I even have to say? They become like the ladies and we tend to become the man. And you know, when they are begging for money, they have a way that they actually beg. They'll be like, oh,
Sweetie.
no, they don't even say that. Let me give you an, they'll be like, okay, so it's hard for me to say this, but I'm kind of a bit down. It's not right for me to ask you for money,
Oh,
but
wow.
if you can actually,
Help me.
I don't have anybody to go and ask to, and then you're now the person I can only confide in. Can you kindly give me something and then I'll sort you out later?
Later.
My guy.
You really know the line.
I know the line because I've heard it before. Like I know this and
The way he will, I mean.
oh
come
yes,
up
I
with
know
it.
them. Those people.
No, but then you see, if it's once, it's cool. If it's twice, it's okay. And it shouldn't be like consistent. But if it's consistent for the first time, second time, third time, then it means
put
you
a
have
halt.
an agenda.
Yeah.
I want to get, so it means that 1, 2, 3, then there should be a halt on that. It's not
Sure.
supposed to happen
Yes.
again.
Because it's not always that you
Have you
have
given
to
your money to your
go
man before?
low.
Not really.
Why don't you do that?
Not
So you are
really.
saying that you should be contributing half of your working.
Oh,
so why
yeah,
don't
I
you
do
contribute?
support, but not. I mean,
Giving him money.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't spoil anything now. Does it?
Yeah, I know. But when you are in a situation that I can help out for that one, I have to come in.
When it comes to this finances thing, I think that in churches, before you get married, a friend of mine got married recently, so I know something about this. When you're going to get married, they do this counseling session.
Okay.
During this counseling session, now my
Yeah.
friend came and she told me the pastor actually said that you are not supposed to take anything in your marital home. Your husband is supposed to provide for everything.
No.
Then the husband asked, so what is she going to do with her salary? Then the pastor said that the salary is not your business.
Oh,
That is what her parents took her to school for. So now that money belongs to what she thinks she's going to do with
No.
for the family, or if she's going to do something with the money. Then, like, I'm not trying to say the pastor is wrong or anything. Where comes the we becoming one in the marriage
Yeah.
question?
But you see, men taking care of women is like the initial mind of God. It is an institution.
That is the
God.
plan.
Yes, that's
That's
the
the plan.
So that's how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. But now we say we are in the 21st century. We
Century.
want to work. We don't want to be in the kitchen anymore, and so we want to divide responsibilities. You get it? So initially, yes, the man has to take care of the house, take care of everything, bills, children, everything. But now things have changed. So then
Yeah.
we share responsibilities.
Okay, so talking about the 21st century woman, what actually makes a 21st century woman? Is it entirely you moving yourself out of the kitchen? That is what makes you somebody in this century, because now since we want to be rubbing shoulders,
Yeah.
you're definitely out of the kitchen. You have your businesses going on and everything.
Sure.
That makes you a 21st century woman. Just that.
No,
No.
not really.
So what then?
Well, I think that to be a 21st century woman is being independent. That is first, and then being able to affect the people around you. Because
Positively.
yes, thank you, positively. Because if you're getting out of the kitchen and then you're getting money and you're doing things that
It is
do not
necessary.
really, that doesn't really make you.
Why are you nodding too much like that? I don't like the way you are nodding too much. Like, why are you nodding?
Yeah.
You agree with everything you're saying.
So
eh?
you should be able
It's
to,
true.
positively affect the people around you, the community, or something like that, at least.
That makes sense though. But then we have this issue where people, the women that we have these days, want to be in the 21st century, want to be everything about being a 21st
Yeah.
century woman. But then when it comes to spending, we don't want to be a 21st century woman.
No.
We want to be the old age woman where you still have to give your finances to
Traditional
us.
way,
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
this is we trying to rub our shoulders with the men here. Let's try to stand up tall. I mean, let them know, hey, we can run our things together too. You just don't have to come and belittling us with money and all that
Yeah,
you get.
sure.
I feel these things as it's, I don't know, a teaching that should come from the house, because most of the time our parents are the ones who tell us this is what you're supposed to do as a woman, this is what you're supposed to do as a woman. So growing up, you have that, intention or that thought in your mind that this is how it's supposed to be. So I feel the teaching should come from our parents, the education should come from our parents first, or at least the people in the community, our schools should be able to teach that.
Okay. Now talking
Yes.
about our mothers. Now we are now at a point where our mothers are they are still mothers, but we are now at the motherhood
All right.
period now.
Yeah.
In this era,
Yeah.
motherhood, how is motherhood actually like now? I'm sure it's not like how it used to be. Things have changed a lot.
Now motherhood is very
No,
sexy.
let me actually talk to Benedicta this time around. Benedicta,
Yeah.
tell us about motherhood now, because I wanted you here because I need expertise, people on the ground, to tell me how the whole thing is like.
Oh, really? Nowadays, motherhood have become something like, it's been, although like the way she says sexy, and then
Okay.
things have changed.
I see.
Yeah, because nowadays, from I think 2021, most of them have given birth, so they have the experience
So
when it comes
what
to motherhood.
actually goes into it? Like, I want to know what the experience is about. How are you able to?
Okay,
I don't know. Pull
actually,
through?
it's not all that easy, but as usual, you have to try and then try to come up with, how to take care of a child, how to, you understand? Yeah.
I don't understand. She's stuck because I said I don't understand. She's actually stuck now. Tell us about motherhood now.
Well, I think motherhood is like a course on its own. It's very stressful, yes, but then once you're a mother, everything changes for you. You know, before it would be just for you, but when you become a mother, it's like for two. You get it. And now, a 21st century woman, of course, if you're a mother, especially if you're a single mother, it means you have to work, take care of your child, you yourself alone. And then once you're working, family kind of puts, I don't know, they feel like you're obliged to take care of them as well, putting pressure on you. You have pressure on yourself. You have to take care of your child. You need to do lots of things. So motherhood is very stressful. And then for the married women, that is it, because you're a mother, you need to be taking care of your child, you need to take care of your husband, and then you have to work as well. So combining all these things is very hectic. So when I see mothers, I really have lots of respect for them.
Coupling that with your career, how do you pull through? I'm taking point here, like I need them real bad so that I know how to sort myself out. Yes, that's why I'm asking.
Oh yeah, it's stressful because you really want to give your child the best of everything she would ever need. You wouldn't want her to, go through the same struggle. So you'd have to work your ass out. And then aside that, you don't really have time, like you want to. Okay, you wouldn't really have time for her or him, spend time with her, go out with her, because most of the time you're out there trying to make money to take care of her. So being a mother with career, it's not easy. Plus at work, there's lots of pressure. You're battling with men for, position. They feel intimidated if you're doing so well and all of that. So it's not easy, but then if you have passion for what you're doing, motherhood is like a course, something.
Now, this is the point where I comparing the motherhood to being a career woman.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like much attention, like there should be some kind of specifics that can be ruled out if you're a mother and you're actually a career person. There should be some distinctive things that you should be enjoying that, some people wouldn't have to go through that, like the men, because they don't really have things to deal with. For instance, if there is a single mother out there, like you're living alone without a man, and then you are living with your child too, you go to work from 7 to 4 or 5.
Yeah.
In Accra, the traffic is like
There's
a big
traffic.
thing to talk about. Now, between that duration, what happens to the kids? Yes, your kid around that time, what goes into the kids, well-being, who is actually taking care of. I know there are nurseries around, but these are teachers that need to go home and sort their things out. So this is just a humble one that I'm pulling out to companies. Like, one thing you can actually do is there might be mothers in your company that are juggling between motherhood and then giving birth new and then coupling it with work, all the stress that comes with. If there can be some kind of like a nursery or a school or something that they actually pick the kids and bring them to work, they take care of them, monitor them till you are done, then you kind of go home together. It would be a wonderful thing that will be, it actually talks about you being very caring about what your workers go through.
Right.
And it will be a big one.
This is like institution to institution, because I know certain institutions, they do that. Like Ridge Hospital, if you're a nurse there's a kind of nursery for you. So
no, that's what I'm talking about.
But then certain institutions, they don't really consider that,
it's not
because they
all.
don't even
They
have
do
the
not
women.
care.
They don't even have the women in mind, so they don't really make arrangements for this
them.
kind of
It's
things,
funny
which
when
is
you go and question this.
unfortunate.
Okay, they'll ask you during the interview. You said you are capable of everything.
Right.
Exactly. That is always the line they use.
can handle
You always say
pressure.
yes. You can work under pressure. You can work under no supervision. You can give us your 100% attention. So now we're from this thing you're talking about your kid. Exactly, and it's actually not a cool thing to do. Women in media. We are all in media.
Yes.
I think Benedicta is not really into it proper. But Nessa, you and I are here. Is this going to be about
And I
us?
think
then?
guys your turn, so.
We've been doing the talking, baby.
Yeah.
We've always been doing the talking.
So, shout out to
women
you
in
guys.
media. Now, what is this? Should I first of all ask the challenges that we face? Do we face a lot of challenges?
Oh yeah.
Hey, oh yeah, calm down.
Hey.
What challenges are you facing?
This
What
is
challenges
sexy,
are
oh
you
yeah.
facing that you're doing? Oh yeah. Like, what are some of the things you're going through?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
I can be here.
Uh-huh.
You know the Lali.
I
can be here. Yes, that guy.
I do.
One mean guy. Like, you should know him. You can be here and he cares. Like, he'll be like, okay, chop, get this money done. That is the only thing he can actually say.
Right.
Every day, chop, get his money done. And he can be screaming that in your head till you've overheard this. Now you see him and then you just be saying, chop, get his money done. It's not cool. Like, this is us trying to do a lot of things at the same time.
Right.
You should sometimes take it easy on us. As
Sure.
for him, he's a personality on his own that I would probably pick a day and talk about him like in
Whoa.
scope and in depth into Delali. Yes, so
Would
everybody will
want
have
to
an
hear that.
idea what
Of who
human
he
being he
is.
is exactly. Now, the things that we actually face to coming up in the industry, it's not actually a rosy one. Before you
Sure.
actually become a star, sorry, for everybody to see you, the
You've
kind
gone
of
through hell.
things you will have to go through
Yeah.
for people. Yes, you get into a place and then they're not even interested in seeing your CV
yeah.
or get behind the camera or
not at
sit
all.
behind the console and let's see what you've got to offer. You just have to be there and they just tell you, oh, okay, so I want you to work for me. You'll be more like my PA and I'll be taking care of you. So taking care of you as in what exactly? So is it like, what exactly is going to entail the taking care of you? That is not to say that people that are up there are sleeping with people for their money. That is not how I'm saying it. I'm just saying that getting into it from scratch, it's
not
kind of like
easy.
a battle.
Yeah.
Yes. So
If you're not really passionate about it, you just, fall off along the line.
plenty people have taken a break. Oh.
Yeah.
You've not taken a break yet?
Like I'm in
Strong
between.
woman.
I'm in between.
Strong woman, you're still not taking a break. Okay. So what up? What next I have here? It's actually something that some people like to talk about. It. The man savior complex.
Oh.
The man savior complex. Stop giving me signals here, please. I beg you. The man savior complex. Now,
Okay.
this man savior complex, I'm not coming to talk in favor of anybody, please.
Thank you.
You might not like me. So, what I'm trying to say is, now, somebody will always be saying that it is not by force that you see a woman carrying loads of stuff and then you will have to offer to carry the person because you will not be deemed as a gentleman. What the hell will you be doing if you don't help the person with the bags? What the hell will you be doing? No, you see somebody struggling with things and then you don't want to help. You just don't give me signals. My goodness, I don't like this thing that I'm getting from here. Like, you should, it doesn't really take much from you.
Not at
You see
all.
somebody having an intense time, trying to pick things up. You just picking the thing and helping the person. Oh, let me just escort you. You can even initiate a convo or something. It doesn't necessarily mean you like the person. Just initiate a convo. Oh, okay. That's how you get friendly. It's
Yeah.
not about you doing whatever to show
the
that
person.
you don't want to be friendly. You keep it. But no, on a serious note, this is actually something. It's not entirely good, but sometimes it helps a lot. We are not strong when it comes to physical strength.
Yeah.
But when it comes to other forms of strength, we are strong. No, when it comes to talking. So generally,
Yes.
what makes up a woman? What makes up a woman?
Wow.
Generally, what we cannot even answer this question ourselves. Let's try and find something around it, because identifying a woman or knowing what a woman is actually made up of is not a joke.
No.
We don't even know what it is.
Not at all.
How would you people know? Cope, please, we beg you. Just cope with us. Just know how to read our mood swings and everything. It's not easy.
It's not
In
easy.
a month, like the only free times that we have in a month is like 2-3 days. That is the only time that we are actually okay, completely
Stable.
okay in our lives. Exactly. So the rest of the days, you can imagine what we are going through.
How? It's not
One
easy.
week there is something coming up. The other
Another,
week there is something.
yeah.
You're dealing with ovulation. You're dealing with things where you cannot
A whole
talk, you
lot
cannot
of-
walk.
yeah.
You're dealing with mood swings.
That's
When
true.
it's not a joke. Like before
it's
you
not
mentioned the
easy.
terrible mood swings I can give you.
Sure.
It's not even funny. It's so bad like that.
Yeah.
But you guys should just know how to cope and manage
Deal with
around
us.
as.
Because
Yes, you can't
we
deal
make
with it
you, we
entirely.
make them actually.
Now that's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we make
We
you
do.
actually. So that's a big one for us. So that is what we have for the lifestyle. Then we kind of delved into a conversation about livelihood of a woman, juggling between career and everything. So now, generally, the reason why we had today's whole packed like this is because tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Right.
What
Sure.
would you like to tell your mummies?
How?
I hope mummies are still around though.
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
Yes, thank
they
God,
are.
thank God, thank God. I didn't want to say sorry. So, what are you going to tell mom today?
Well, for me, my dad is my mommy actually. My dad is everything for me. My dad has always been there for me. So I just want to say that I wish him the very best. I pray that God gives him the strength to keep on supporting me, in everything, So happy Mother's Day to my dad, Martin Owari. I love you a lot.
Okay, Benedicta. What's up? Tell your mom something. She's around, right?
Yeah, she's
Yes,
around.
thank God. Tell her something.
Oh, I just have a little thing to tell her.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to wish her a happy Mother's Day. She has been a good mother through a whole lot of years, and then it's not easy to be a mother as usual.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell her happy Mother's Day, and then God should bless her, have a good strength, and then should long life. So
God
that
bless you,
yeah.
mummies. You guys are doing a whole lot. Now, to my
Yeah.
personal mommy, you have a whole lot of nicknames that I cannot start listing them here right now. But hey, I love you regardless. You know this anytime, any day. You just don't have to like anything I do, but you're still coping, you're still managing and everything. I love you guys. Now, to the people that have also lost their moms that cannot wish them a happy birthday, our heart goes for you. Sometime we'll be wishing you happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Yeah, and to me, myself, happy Mother's Day.
I was about to come
me.
to that. Somebody was doing something that I didn't want
Yeah.
to see. So, a happy Mother's Day to both of you.
Okay.
You're doing amazing.
Sure,
I'm so
sure.
proud
It's
of you
not
guys.
easy to be a
Expect
mother.
me to join the
Yeah.
club soon. Yeah. Yes, that's hey. Standing ovation. That's nice.
Oh.
Okay, so that has been it today on the E Factor. This has been the women edition where we want to congratulate our mothers on being exceptional mothers, talking about ourselves. Now, Wayo instant pancake waffle mix has actually held us throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
Now we're done with the show. We are going to, fry some things and go all English gaga on you guys
No.
next week. Just sit back. Next week, a kind of polished English are going to come up here with you. Fill us. Just get yourself some Wayo instant pancake waffles mix, and you'll be sure to be, having some great delights on your breakfast. Now, I want to give you their numbers that if you want to contact them, you can order from them, and then it will be something at your doorstep. So their contact is 0241 288 133. 0241 288 133 or 050 860 6718 050 860 6718. You can also follow them on Instagram to make your orders and everything. The delivery is just at a little rate. Okay, so this is the part where we are logging out. DJ Infinity. I didn't want to mention his name, but obviously I have to do. The person that I didn't want to mention his name, Delality, was doing the kind of production works and everything.
I knew it.
You've done well though. I love you, just that sometimes it's kind of difficult to relate to it, but I like you anyways. DJ Infinity. Hey, DJ Infinity. Why am I having difficulties with your name today? But Charlie, I love you guys. It's not Mother's Day, but happy Mother's Day. You guys have been taking care of me in the studio. My mommy's in the studio. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. Then he says we shouldn't mention some name, so I want to mention some name right. The Wayo. Okay, it's not Chedie. It's not Chedie. It's Wayo. Okay, so it's Wayo. I'm not mentioning Tredia though. I'm mentioning Wayo. So Wayo, thanks for the production though. You're giving us some good quality pictures and video, everything in there. Kindly get your pancakes. Now I'm going to log out. I'm going to leave you with DJ Infinity Minimix. Just dance your shoes off, and then we'll sure to make a date with you next week. That's a bye for now.
This is the E Factor.